pull the computer closer. Ooh,
This
look at
episode of the
us.
Live Files is brought to you by the Wi-Files.
Guess who's live? We are. What's up, everybody? How are
Yes,
we
yes, we
this
are.
Tuesday afternoon now, even over here? There you are.
Was it quarter after already?
Yes, it is.
Two?
Mm-hmm. The old meeting is now on. You on.
You saw, you
You folks
saw.
is on.
This is an open live chat, meaning you guys are more than welcome to jump in. Oh, shoot. I sent you the phone number. Oh, it's probably easier if I do it another way. Hope everybody's having a good day or a good start to their day.
Yeah. I'm gonna send it there. Screen Matt.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping, okay, so there's
Rob
not that
watch.
we don't even have that many people, and Joe and a few others,
Stevie.
Joseph Rogers and a few others have told me that they never get the notification.
Send it to them all. Screw her. Hey, here's Charles. Send it to everybody if I could. How you like that?
Well, the whole point is for everybody to get involved, to
Right,
unite, to be that Greek democratic circle.
right. To be united.
Do not cry democracy and not know how to handle it. Because you don't understand democracy if you think that's what's going on in this world today. It's as simple as that.
Right.
It is
Ooh, look
almost
at
as
that.
simple as that.
What's today?
Good day, good day. Hello, hello, hello. Do Monty Python. Hello. Spam, 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 spam. I was
What's
surprised
today?
that you knew that one, Joe. Spam a
Oh,
lot?
why?
I don't know. I don't know if we ever,
I am older than
you
you,
knew
there,
I was a
buddy.
Monty Python fan, right? I mean, I was forced
Yeah.
into it. There was no escaping it. In my family, there were things that there was no escaping.
Mm,
Baseball, Star Trek,
fun
um,
stuff, right?
MASH. But I was also, I enjoyed it. So, but Monty Python, I mean, I just thought it was hysterical. And I was probably, like I said, when I was younger, I was very stupid. No, sorry, I love John Cleese and all that. Man, Faulty Towers. That was a good show. I'm sorry it didn't last long enough. John Cleese is a good guy. In fact, the Queen wanted to knight him,
Hmm.
and he said no. I wonder why. I just wonder. I just wonder. Do, 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 do. Anyhow,
Interesting.
so if you want to come in,
You may come and talk to us.
come and tell us your story. Well, we got to give some time.
Mhm. Well, I think we have to
What is she
start off
doing?
talking about some things, such as
You don't say.
the new attempt on our president. Uh, why are they trying to kill this man so bad? Why is there so much hate against one man? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why do they have to hate so bad and then sit there and say that they're the fat the the, the group of love or whatever they call themselves? They're not. They're not.
Hmm. Did you share? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Um, So, Joe, what do you think I would say? What would I say, Joe, to answer you?
It's all the play.
Right. And who actually controlled the person?
I think,
Uh,
well, we're speculating. I mean, of course we are, you know, but we think that maybe this might be one of those other things that Mr. What's his name did himself.
guys, if you
And I
can't
shall not
realize
name
by
him because I don't want to
every
get in trouble.
if you can't realize by now that everything is created, I don't know what
Yeah,
to tell you. You're
yeah.
gullible.
So weird, right?
No, it's not. It's really not weird. We were taken over by bad, evil people, right? For a
Yes,
very
we
long
are.
time.
Yeah,
These people took over most governments, created
they did.
federal governments, created the Federal Reserve, created the banks, all right, created the central banks. Okay, banks go in tiers, guys, and there's seven tiers. The lowest tiers are the ones that you do probably better at. But they started whipping them. They started just taking them over. I remember at one point, Bay Ridge just became my area just became banks, some good restaurants and bars. I mean, it was just like the mom and pop shops just slowly went away. It was so sad because the banks took it over. They took over the mailing system. You can't send an 8 ball in the across America. You can't send what they don't want you to send. That's what the point is, right? So if they started it, they weren't finished with it until, and they're still not done with it. You see, I believe P. Diddy's already done. Well, what's his name? Sean Combs, whatever the hell his real
Sean
name is.
Combs. Yeah, Sean P. P. Diddy Combs.
Was that
Yeah,
his initiation name to
something
the
like that.
Illuminati? Because that's
Yeah,
exactly what happened to this guy. He agreed into the sex trafficking. And I don't know why it took months for him to get indicted and arrested after, I think, two, possibly three of his homes were raided and they found all this proof of sex trafficking and paraphernalia and all this shit. Come on, guys. If this small dude, I mean, P. Diddy, how many fans does he have? A couple million? I don't know. Really? You think that this small dude in this world could get away with that alone? He was the lowest level, okay? Who was the highest level? Not even Epstein. Not even Epstein, guys.
right.
They needed children for many reasons. That's the biggest thing Trump did was give life to so many children in more ways than people think, like bringing the abortion back to the state. Look, you don't like the state. It's your duty to move. The state's not going to change for you, you selfish Democrat bastards. No, you don't like it. You move to New York. Tough shit. That's the way you want it.
Exactly.
And no, we
Exactly.
ain't paying for it either. You want to destroy something, you doing it on your own, and you find that crooked back ass doctor that's going to do it for you. Look who came in. Wait,
I'm trying to.
did you share the number though?
I'm trying to now. I didn't. All I did was share this because I didn't do it off of this thing.
No, that's cool. I didn't realize you shared the number yet.
I'm trying to right now. So,
Joseph, do it, Joseph.
so
So we figured out we could do backgrounds I mean, I always kind of knew it because I get my backgrounds, I just download them, but they're videos. I've had videos and music videos playing back at me and stuff that I've created, but I never thought of making one. And Joe picked out all these well, mountainous pictures. Oh, Matt's coming in. Go for it, guys. Loving it. Thank
Hmm.
you. What's up?
I'm sharing it to everybody's personal, man. If I can. Hell
Soup.
yeah.
Did you put it
I'll even
on
share it to John if he wants to come.
We have them everywhere.
Matt, turn off your background.
Right here. It's becoming more and more
Okay.
about, as
Let
you
me
can see.
share it to
Can you
John.
hear me?
Mercedes.
Matt, you got to turn off your background noise.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What's
Put
up,
it
Matt?
out.
How's that? Why am I not on the screen?
I don't know.
Because you have your camera off.
I
Usually,
should.
usually that's the way it works. There you
There
go.
I is. Back caramba.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Good afternoon, Brother
Much
Reb. Good afternoon, Matthew.
good
Uh,
afternoon to you all.
Joseph, how do I send it into there, man? Into the live
Good
chat
up.
now.
I couldn't even get in the conversation when Joe sent me the original invite because it was just for a chat. It wasn't the Zoom one.
I know. I did it wrong in the beginning. Sorry about that, brother.
I know about that. Don't worry about it. I do most
Yeah.
things wrong.
Can you
Yeah.
sell, can you send it to Helen?
Um, let's see. Let me see if I can. Miss Helen.
Vinci.
Oh,
Or I'm not even sure which one she uses.
Fancy.
The one's on the tab.
okay.
Oh, maybe she
Hold
fixed
on.
it. It doesn't
H E.
matter. We'll get her in here.
There she is. To Helen Latour.
Fancy.
Oh man.
Yeah, I say Vinci, but it's not. It is
Okay,
a
hold
double
on.
C. I don't know why
Because I
she's.
got Helen Latour. So let's see.
Mm.
Hold on.
So don't worry about it.
Helen, I got her. Got her.
Either one, I would imagine.
I got it, man. It's
That's
all
wonderful. I'm
good.
glad you guys came in. So while you're here, anybody want to talk about the attempt on Trump for yet a second
Wait a
time?
minute. There was an attempt on his life?
Again.
Again.
Well, yeah, we wanted to
I
Didn't
talk.
hadn't
hear
heard.
about that.
A week from now, we won't hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Hmm. It's like the first one, and nobody lost their job. Imagine that. They
But
I
fired.
don't believe it personally.
Yeah. Nobody fired him. Nobody got fired.
Mayorkas is still there. Garland's still there. Everybody's still there.
They should not even have a job.
They should be in jail. Never mind a job. They should be
Exactly.
doing the laundry in the prison.
So we
Yeah.
have all these constitutional laws being broken every day, right? And more than,
Yeah.
I mean, we even have common law broken every day. Why? What do you think is going on? I mean,
Well, for one thing, most everybody in Congress are criminals. That's probably one of the things. Just saying.
They make the laws so that they cannot be used against them.
Exactly.
right,
It's
right.
exactly right, man.
Which goes back
Exactly.
to some of the amendments, okay?
Hmm.
You got the Bill of Rights that we kind of want to keep. I have to look through them. I don't know. I gotta
They're
talk.
all
I'd
pretty
love to
good.
talk to other constitution. I know the Bill, but after that, I think after like I remember the 11th, I thought was okay. The 12th, I was iffy about, and the 13th was absolutely out. Everything from the 13th for sure on, we don't need. It's repetitive bullshit.
The 14th
In a
is pretty.
long time. No, we don't need it. You don't need
We
it.
don't need the Department of Education or the EPA. It doubles everything the states do and the Department of Transportation.
The,
Every
pu-
state
the
has their own EPA, their own Department of Education, and their own
Well, it
Department of
does look like that,
Transportation.
doesn't it? But actually,
Yes,
transportation is controlled by the federal government.
Nope,
They own the
not every
trains.
state has their own
I
Department of
know. Like I
Transportation.
said, it looks that way, doesn't it?
It
Yeah.
certainly did when I was young because there were
Yeah.
no such thing as the Federal Department of Education, and we all got educated. Imagine that.
We're all it's all indoctrination. Everything. I
Well,
mean,
I
the
got to escape
BQE,
that.
Matt, the BQE is still under construction.
I wouldn't know, except
Do you
from
know
secondhand accounts.
it's been under construction for about 33 years? I don't know how old John's
Yeah,
54.
probably way before. Yeah, it was under construction
30,
when I left.
31 years. 31 years. I think he was 15, 16 or 17 when 16 when he started driving, maybe. I don't know.
I've only been gone for
He
20.
says, oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm telling you. I'm telling you it is.
I
Now, this is
remember
a
it was under
gimmick. It's a money
construction,
laundering gimmick, friends. That's all it is. It all
and they're
is. All
always over budget,
they
always
own the
over
trains.
time and over budget.
That's why we had so many derailments. Yes, of course. Now they have commercials for these new things. Yeah, every other country had it so much better than we did. Although some of the Asian countries were very packed. They had
Yeah.
a much better transportation system. So you think it's all true?
Exactly
Is
I
what?
do.
that somebody went after Trump?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And I think there's going to be another one too.
The Secret Service, after the first one, said there is most definitely going to be an unnamed source. Is going to be another one, at least one more.
Right,
It only
because
took 63 days.
we're supposed to believe this only happened 2 times in 9 or 10 years.
Exactly.
Really?
Just, I mean,
Really? The
The
man
last
has been
one,
shot at, poisoned. He had things thrown at him. He had a Russian submarine stole that the Navy went after it. I think the Navy.
Yep.
It was the no, I think it was the Air Force that took care of the old Russian submarine. He's been through so much, and it's not even him because I know it's got to be a couple of actors. It's a couple of actors.
I don't know about.
Yeah, because you don't gain and lose 10 pounds in 2 or 3 days. Your hair doesn't change from silver to red to a white. Your mannerism, your stance.
I have never seen his mannerisms change, so they must be some good actors.
Hmm.
They had
Academy
plenty of
Award
time to
type act.
practice.
Yeah.
They had plenty of time to practice. You got soldiers practicing. You got Q. Q was practicing.
Yes.
That's who did it.
But who looks like him and talks like him and acts like him? Nobody.
I could bring up at least 10 comedians that sound exactly like Trump.
Sound. Do not look like.
Well,
Yeah. And then
and
I
you
could
know
bring
that
up 10 other cosmetics, plastics that they put on the faces. They have surgeries to do a job, some of them. Yeah. But
hey man, they say there is at
you're not
least
watching the show, Matt. You're not
four
watching our show if you're not
Yes,
getting
I
it.
am.
four natural doppelgangers of you in the world.
Well, I
At
know there's two of
always.
me because I've seen them.
Exactly. There you go. So
I hear this
Doppelgangers.
is Brooklyn alone.
look at man, how much these people have money. How much, how do you how I mean, these guys can be bought. You know damn well they're gonna be bought if they look like somebody like these and they're gonna
Just
use
wish
them
I
and they're
looked
gonna
like
put them in.
somebody famous
Yeah, you just can't trust these people.
because I could be bought.
Yes,
For
exactly.
sure.
See, anybody can. I
Absolutely.
mean, come on. Yeah, I don't want to live like this no more. Come on, give me that money. I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm on Social Security, man. Are you kidding me? Biden's killing me.
Yeah. See, you see what I'm saying? Just so yeah, they're gonna do it. Yes, I believe there's actors. I do. I do. I definitely believe there's some people that are acting. And I think we're looking at, I believe that we are looking at the biggest sting operation in the world. You know, I mean, I
But
really believe.
who are they going after in this thing?
Hi, Joseph. And hi, Mama Helen.
We're going to find out, aren't we?
Good afternoon.
Hi,
But I know
Ellen.
that they're trying to make our country socialist.
That is a fact.
Now, when did that start?
A
When
long
did that
time ago.
start, Matt?
A
So
whole
you think
long
it
Obama
didn't have-
laid the groundwork for this.
When did it? What?
Obama did.
No fucking way did
it
communism.
started a lot
When-
longer ago than that.
They
Oh,
started
it-
as communists shit 30
But
years plus
he,
ago.
he had 8 years to lay the groundwork, install the bureaucracy, expand the government more than any other person.
Yeah,
It's never
that
been this
sounds
big
like any
before.
other
course
media
they
show.
got shit.
You guys know that well. The Nazis almost took over it with the end of World War II. They
Well,
almost
they
lost.
did because they were brought over here to our
Yeah,
science.
yeah. There you go.
There's nothing that
Operation
can destroy us
Paperclip.
more than our sciences.
There you
I
go.
know about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So it continued, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
They used to call them more in World War II social democrats, socialistic democrats, democrat,
Oh,
socialist, whatever.
East Germany
Same-
was a social democracy. So is
So right.
so
You
is
had
North Korea.
Marxism, communism, Nazism, socialism. It's all the same thing, right? So
Mhm.
it's been around for a long time. You think others didn't know?
Yeah.
They didn't have communication like we do today.
Oh,
You can't have 5 people on like that. It takes 2 days to go visit my neighbor,
that's
right?
right. Look at how long it would take to visit me.
Right. Things like that. So they didn't have it. But who came out with the first book? Hitler. Hitler
Oh,
made the first
that
propaganda
Mein
book.
Kampf is the playbook for the Democratic
Propaganda.
Party. And that's why they call
A lot of people don't
Trump
know
Hitler.
he wrote that during and after World War. It was before World War II.
Yeah,
People
he
don't
was in
realize that.
prison for the Munich riots.
Munich.
No, the beer hall push.
Munich was-
Pushed. He wrote it while in prison with
Before
Rudolph
he
Hess.
before
was
he
the
came
one
to
that
power,
actually
though.
typed it.
Well, he wrote it before he came to power.
Yeah,
Right,
20s,
well, yeah.
early 20s.
Mhm. That's what helped
He
him
was,
come
but
to
he's
power.
the son of a Rothschild, you see. He's Jewish. Haven't you heard that? He's half Jewish.
His
Oh, my
grandma,
Yes.
I know, was Jewish.
Yeah.
I
was
think
His
he's-
lying.
father was Jewish.
I
His
forgot
father
if
was
it
a
was
Rothschild.
paternal
Now,
or
if you don't realize
maternal.
Rothschild is a Jewish name, I'm telling you right now, Rothschild is
Is
a Jewish name.
Yeah. These people,
They didn't have to
anybody
change
of these people are rotten to the core. You know, they're just, I
And then, of course,
believe.
they used the Nazi symbol, which obviously is a good symbol because
Yeah.
we showed you it the other day.
Goes
Thing
back
just-
to the Hindis, way 3,000,
Even further,
5,000 years
yes,
ago.
that's
Yeah.
right. And it's
He just
biblical.
did it backwards. He did the Hindi swastika backwards.
Well,
You
no,
gotta
I
pay
even showed the
attention to
picture.
detail.
There is a lot. There is a lot. You're right about that. There's symbolism.
Yeah.
There is.
Very good. Very good. Well, there is a lot to go with that. There's a lot to talk about, but let's just jump up another subject for a bit and go back and forth, Joe. You want to talk about oh, you know what? I wanted to say something beforehand.
Did you guys hear about those exploding
Oh God,
pages?
right. That's true too.
No, I did not hear. I do not like watching the news anymore.
Exploding pagers. Who has pagers?
I saw it in the top of your
Yeah.
invite. It said it on it, but
Yeah,
I didn't hear
Lebanon and
about it.
Syria. It's like what? How many people? There were people killed. There was
Who has
2,700 people that
pagers
were hurt.
anymore?
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I said. Joe, you see how
Yeah.
Brooklyn people are? Who
I
has
had a
pages
pager in
anymore?
the 1990s. That was it.
Who has
Exactly.
1940
Israel.
air balloons that are flying over us to detect what Biden's
In
doing?
Israel. That's who
I
has
wouldn't
them.
know. That
Doctors,
I wouldn't know.
doctors have cell phones too. Pagers.
Yeah, can
Is
you
it
believe that?
actually pagers, like as we're thinking of it?
Yeah, pagers.
So
8
somebody
Where the
gave
people were
phone
three
killed.
number
pagers
comes
to
up
the.
and you got to
I
go
don't
to a
get
payphone to call it back.
Yeah, 8 people were
That was
killed.
used by drug dealers back in my day, in the
Right.
80s and 90s.
Oh yeah,
I
they
had a
were used
pager
by
when I was like
everybody.
10
I
or
had
11.
one. I had
Yeah,
one.
my boss gave me a pager because we were
I
truck
like the
drivers, so we
electronic
all had a
stuff.
pager.
Yeah.
So we
Well, I
keep
traveled around
tabs
the
on us.
state. Yeah, I had to have one. Hated the damn thing.
No,
And I had
I hate my cell phone.
every call that came through to me, I swear. You know, I told everybody, okay, if it's an emergency, only if it's an emergency, put 911. Every
Right.
freaking call after that was 911. You know, and you're
And it
out in the
was,
middle of nowhere. How are you going to stop and find a phone right in the middle of nowhere? And then it's, hey, what do you want for dinner? That's your
oh, really?
911. God damn, yeah, it's like freaking makes you crazy, you know. Or hey, you know, when are you coming back?
I can imagine that. Imagine when I'm on the road driving a truck. I
Yeah.
have no idea what traffic's going to be like. I'm in 3 different boroughs before I fixed it.
Yeah.
And I get calls like that from the wife. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and the
How,
boss.
how could I possibly tell you with
And the
accuracy?
boss too. And the boss too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was
And
worse.
then you got the customers paging you. Where are you? You're supposed to be here. Yeah, I didn't know the last guy was going to take 45 minutes to pay me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Customers come first, you know. Vendors come second.
Yeah. I was working on a time schedule. You couldn't bother me, man. I was rushing. I had a big loop to make out into Arizona, so make it back to New Mexico before I made it back
That's
to
why I
Albuquerque.
loved when I became the warehouse manager.
Yeah.
And I did all the paging and all the cell phone calling.
Yeah. Where are you? Hurry up.
No, I would never tell them that because I was in the same position. I said, when you get around to this particular jackass, go ahead. Just they'll be pissed. Apologize when you get there. Got held up in traffic. He had a flat tire.
I haven't been listening to you guys. Sorry. Did I miss anything good?
No,
No,
we just rambling on about shit.
about traveling while working.
Yeah. I don't know what
Traveling.
With a
led that
pager.
into from the blowing up pagers. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
pager.
My pager never blew up. Thank goodness.
My pager never blew up either, except for freaking all the time. Call me, hurry, call 911.
Oh, that kind of blow up is different, though. You're saying 8 people were killed? Where was this? In the United States?
No, it was in Israel or on the
Oh, man.
yeah.
How
Now
many
that's got to be hard to
telephone booths
believe.
do they got in Israel?
But they fucking have
Lebanon,
just
across Lebanon and parts of Syria.
Well, that I can believe.
That's
But they got no pay phones there.
right on the border. Yeah.
let me ask you guys something really quick. When I say oil, what are some of the first things that come to your mind? Gas, oil.
Mhm.
I can go all the way back to the
Bush.
1800s.
One word, just one word.
Bush.
Just
It's economic
no,
Vehicles,
that's not what
lifeblood.
I'm talking. I'm not talking about anything like that.
engines.
More when you're thinking of actual gas or oil, who do you think of?
Heating your home, driving your car.
Who do you think of? Who?
Oh,
Bush.
Rockefeller, John D. Rockefeller, first off.
Well,
Standard
Company.
Oil.
I just
I
think of
should
the
be more.
companies.
Iran.
Which company?
Standard Oil, which got broken up by
Chevron.
Teddy Roosevelt in the antitrust lawsuits.
That's right.
And he ended up
That's-
owning 60 companies. He owned 49%. He made more money sitting home than he did when he was the head of Standard Oil.
And when was that? How long ago was that?
1908, 1909.
See, yeah. Right before the Depression.
Way before.
I
That's
know,
20
but that
years before the
I know, but well, to have an economic boom for 12 people, 13 people of a family and nobody else in the world takes 20 years to plan. Okay.
Hmm.
If you're thinking of a company, let's say, gas or oil, I should say. Okay.
There was only one back in the day. That
Yeah,
was
dude.
Standard
I'm not
Oil.
talking who brought it back in the day. I'm talking about if I
Right
say a
now,
gas,
You
yeah.
said, you said, what do you think of? And I say Standard Oil because they started it
Chevron
all.
or Chevron,
keep going. Chevron, what did you say?
Oh, I was
Shell,
gonna say
BP, British
Chevron.
Petroleum,
Shell.
Exxon Mobil, the biggest by
Boom.
far now.
Finally, Exxon, biggest by far. I mean, I thought this would have come
They
quicker.
used to be so small too.
Well, I'll tell you
They,
why they got bigger. You know
Mhm.
what Exxon means? Now, I'm sure it has an acronym, which I don't know offhand, but exon, the word means sequence in a genetic code. That's what exon means. Sequence
Hmm.
in a
I'd
genetic
have to look that up.
code. If you don't trust me, by all means, look it up. I always check twice if I'm naughty or nice.
And which are you?
Both.
She's working on that.
Both. I'm both. Can't get shit done if I'm not naughty.
That's right.
Are you wearing a good shirt today, Mama Helen?
Yeah.
Would you like to buy a voter? Is that what it says? Would you? Oh, vowel. Go.
Eh,
That's a good
Wheel
one.
of, but not, was it Wheel of Fortune? Yeah.
What about it?
That's when you want to buy a vowel.
Right. Oh my God, yes. I thought that was okay. All right.
All righty then.
So we had exploding pagers, which is a phenomenon within itself. That's just beyond crazy. What's next? Let me see if I could share this quick anyhow. Go away. Joe, what's next?
Hold on.
Why did I just zoom out here?
That's so man. The red font color represents the company's that
Because I'm sharing, buddy.
lives here.
Did you look at any of my videos and shit I sent you, Kara?
I haven't had time to do
Mobile.
shit. I'm amazed I was able to get this
Right,
together.
Texas, but the company especially
And
incorporated.
Joe and I have been working
There's-
on a lot of stuff,
Yes, we did.
because he had to get his computer straightened and oh,
Look, there they are.
I got married in court. I don't know why we're standing in front of a garbage pail. My sister should have said something. I'm wearing a blue dress because why the hell am I gonna wear white? I was
They
36.
look good, don't they?
And besides, a blue dress for
Masks.
the cops. My sister was gorgeous. Was gorgeous. No, I'm kidding. Years can do something to you. No, okay. Um,
You know, they got that Salvadorian kid that was
arrested. The young
yeah,
kid.
they arrested
Yeah.
him, the one that was saying, "Hey, you can take over Americans' homes and live in their homes for free."
They
This
finally
one.
got him?
And they ordered him deported. You shall get out of our country.
And he's already back, probably. Took the first
There you
train
go.
to Clarksville.
There you go, man. You
And
think
they
it
met
really
them at the
matters?
station.
He's out gonna steal our money again. These people are so freaking stupid. It's driving me nuts.
You
I
know
had
what
to
I
take-
want to see?
What?
I want to see all these illegals when they vote for Harris, and then she screws them right up the ass.
He's going. That's what
How
she
they're
does.
going,
That's what they do.
what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Gonna steal
There
their
is
money
no
too?
Harris, too. Do you guys see the picture in front of me?
Yes, I see it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like Gary Busey.
I know, right? He does look a little like Gary Busey, a thin
Look how
Gary
crazy they
Busey.
look. They both
Don't
look
you-
One
nuts.
of the things I sent you, Carolyn, was why do all these attempted shooters have three names?
Hmm.
Well, most everybody has three names.
But they pronounce it. Usually they say Joe Schmo did this.
Right.
But
Not or
when
they
they
use
get
the middle
arrested,
initial.
they use all three names. Why? They
I'll
use a
tell you.
first, a middle, and a last name.
Think John Wilkes
Now,
Booth.
like, let's say when
There you
these other suckers get arrested and they show you their picture and they show you where they're from, they only have two names. You don't find that odd?
go. I find everything they do odd.
Well, that's because they were all set up, right? So their names are fake too. Um, you know, this is really fascinating how much alike they look.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's really her. She's just pissed off because Trump don't have to pay her that money.
You know how easy it is for them to change up like that?
Hmm.
I've been trying to show the plastic surgeries, it's not as it's not makeup, it's just this like they
The
peel it
mask
off.
that goes over the head. Yes, the mask that goes over to the
No, no,
head,
no, 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 no,
down
no,
over
no.
the shoulders.
They don't have no shit that goes over your head, mama. It's this thin shit and it goes right up and goes like that, and you sculpt someone's face right there. And a good artist knows how to do it. And it stays on, and you could put shit underneath. So if you need higher cheeks or thinner or fatter,
It's funny. I heard it
Yes, they
only
do
goes
have the masks that
slightly
go
below
over
the
the head.
neckline.
Hmm.
Yes. Well, how do you think all those Biden? Remember when Biden was scratching his neck and his finger went under the mask? That's one of those things that goes over the head. It has eye holes.
I'm saying
Remember
that
that movie with Robin Williams too?
yes,
What was
that
that movie with Robin
that
Williams?
kind of masking was Robin Williams' time. You understand?
Is that
Now
Mrs.
the
It
last
Doubtfire?
is
15,
today
20
too.
years, they've had much, much better shit. So why are they showing you that? That's my question. See, where you think it's real and they're scratching the neck and Biden's neck goes all crepey. Yeah. Why are they showing you that? When honestly, I saw it 6 or 7 years ago, 6 years ago at least, this male Chinese boy turned into a female just by adding this shit with the I
Yeah, I
mean,
saw that one too. Yeah.
there's a ton of them now, but it's only coming out now. But China and Japan, they've had it for a long time.
They all look alike anyway.
Mrs. Doubtfire is out of fire. She's out of fuel. You know, like the one Eddie Murphy played too with the fat suit. The shit that they do
Oh
now is
yeah.
outstanding.
The Nutty Professor, I believe it was.
Then
I
they
saw
have AI,
something.
then they have CGI. It's fake. It's all fake. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, what kind of mask it is. Their technology is way better. And you're right. It's a mask. They're hiding themselves. So that's the point of it all. Why are they hiding themselves? Why does Kamala have a gill?
Well, I can answer
Kamala.
that
She's got a
because she's
fucking
very
gill.
fishy.
She a blowfish.
Okay, so everybody notices it. Why doesn't anybody address the elephant in the room?
They're not allowed to
Why?
because they don't want to be, you know, exposed.
Why doesn't
The
she address
secrecy
it?
of the Illuminati.
That's it. Why doesn't she address it? Though. Tell me that. What woman wants a gill on her face? On her neck?
Maybe
One
she's
that
so
likes
mask.
to
sensitive, he
escape
hasn't even wanted to
underwater.
Uh-huh.
notice it.
She disgusts me no matter what. It's what comes out of her
She,
mouth that disgusts me, not what
she
she
doesn't.
looks like.
Yeah,
No,
that's what she looks
man.
like.
No,
Yeah.
you're not getting it. Look at her eyes. She's cold-blooded. She's evil. She's demonic. Whatever she is, she ain't fucking
Nothing wrong with
human.
that.
She ain't human, Matt.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't take her for
No.
one.
Ooh, ooh. He saved himself. That's my point. All right. You could always discuss what you want to. My point, thing ain't human. And I think it's a way to wake up civilization. That thing ain't human. Come on. Has
Yeah, but
Certainly
many
anybody
doesn't
watched
people are
sound
far
Ancient
human.
gone. They
Aliens?
would never believe
Unexplained?
it.
What? What, Mama?
If Kamala or any of these suckers were ever to pull off their masks. These people are so far gone in their belief that they wouldn't believe it if they fucking saw it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not real. Ha ha.
That's right.
They would never believe it.
They
Never.
would believe that was the mask. What was underneath the mask?
Well, if they had to drink adrenochrome and all that, right? We know what it did to them to not have it. Some of us know. I don't know
They
if everybody.
reptilians.
What did you say, Reb? Say it
They are
again.
reptilians.
They
Mhm.
are fucking reptilians. Wake up. They are reptilians.
And then
They
when they didn't get the
supposedly
blood, they got
live underground too on Earth,
Yeah, if you've
and
heard
been
stories,
here
for
for
real.
many
There are
thousands of years.
tons of stories. There are tons of different types. Shows have been
Supposed to be
trying to
like
tell us.
10 different kinds of aliens. The
Look at the
tall ones,
Cardassians.
the
Look at
thin
the.
ones, the those grays, the reptilians. And humans have all seen them, and they try and convince them they're crazy.
I wouldn't exactly call them reptilians.
They're
I would
reptilian,
just,
mama.
no, I would
That's-
just stick to demons.
Okay. If you want to call them demons, that's fine. That is fine because they are. They were made by the devil. These specific reptilians, they're called what we like to call them is you think I remember dragon reptilians or something with dragon in it, right? They were created by the devil to come and fuck with the earth, come and mess with humanity. There is no ounce of good in these things. No ounce of good. You want to call them demons? That's a perfect way to describe them. Just think the devil can hide their faces, right?
well.
Can he?
What about that underground cavern that you can that they've shown on
They
Facebook even
wouldn't
that
allow us to go.
they go in down in there? What if
No, they
that's
do not.
an
They do.
entrance into their caverns? Very well could be, I think.
There are many cavern systems
You
under
only
the earth,
see the
including
outside of that thing
Antarctica.
too.
That's it. They won't allow us to go to a certain
They don't
length.
let you in there. They've only let you see the outside. That's it.
There was the one in back of the farmer's house.
Only the
There's
garage.
Millspool. There's the one in Canada. I think there's like 4 or 5 that
They
I
don't, yeah, but would they only let you see the
remember.
garage is what I'm getting at.
There's an Antarctic. Yes. I think there's one in Alaska. And that might be why the Russian sub is there.
Why did they sell us Alaska for a mere $15 million in the 1800s? They should have kept that, especially if they knew. Oh, they probably didn't know there were aliens then.
I
Maybe
think
they didn't have a choice.
they didn't want Russia to have it. Russia was trying to get Alaska too. They didn't want Russia to have it, so they gave it to us.
Well, Russia had it and sold it to us. I think it was during the
Was it Russia
Napoleonic
that sold it?
Wars.
Then who else wanted it? Then there was right, maybe. I thought Russia wanted it. All
Russia
right.
had it, sold it to
No,
us.
no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh.
And it was so funny because they were both in a war, France and Russia, And we got Alaska and we got the Louisiana Purchase from
Purchase.
both sides of that war. The Louisiana Purchase from France doubled the size of the United States,
Right.
and Alaska is the biggest state by far with the most gold and oil in it.
Correct.
See, we
So
had
we
good
got
guys
the
working
better
for
part
us.
of that deal.
We had always had good guys working for us, like the people who wrote the Constitution. So we've always had in Lincoln's. That's why Lincoln was shot, right? But there were good people there too. They left
Lincoln
us
didn't
hints.
sign the Constitution. That's for sure.
No,
Mm-mm. He was not
He would have
there.
been a little young.
Very
but he
young.
was definitely a big part of. Come on, guys.
That was the
I'm still alive.
Emancipation Proclamation.
That's what he did.
Oh, I'm still alive.
Yeah. That's what he did.
What is it?
That was George. Yeah.
1863.
Yeah.
1863?
Yeah. That was
Free
What was he? Oh,
displays
no, we're talking
officially
about Lincoln.
1863.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'm so glad everybody came in
Did
today.
Hawaii and Alaska become part of the United States at the same time?
I didn't catch
I know
that.
I'm
No.
getting it confused, so I'm not the person to ask.
what was
I
that?
thought Russia wanted to buy it off of.
Did
So we-
Hawaii become part of the United States the same time as Alaska?
No.
Mm-mm. Hmm.
And it was the 50th state. Alaska was the 49th.
Ninth.
But we
Yeah.
owned it. We owned both of them. Didn't own Hawaii. They had their own kingdom, but they were under our protection. But they were the last ones to decide to join the Union.
Hawaii?
Alaska was 49 and
Hawaii
Hawaii was
was
50.
1959 is when they
Yeah.
became a state. August 21st.
Maybe that's where your other underground
50th
cave
state.
is, Carolyn.
Yeah.
It makes sense. This guy that shot up Trump, right? He's the whitest looking Hawaiian I ever seen.
Yeah, no kidding. But how come he
Right.
was he got felony convictions in North Carolina?
Yeah.
He's probably dead and it's an actor. These
Wow,
reptilians
same
can
year.
change. They
Yeah,
can
same
change.
year.
They're shapeshifters.
So how did he not get exposed in prison?
Well, they knew who they obviously knew who he was. You know, I mean, they knew him from the Ukraine. The Ukraine, he was a radical over there.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
trying
So
to
I mean,
save the. What was he doing over there? He was collecting weapons. I know
no,
that.
he was trying to
He-
recruit. It said Syrians and some other group
To
to
fight for
fight
the
and
Ukrainian
Afghans
war.
to fight for the Ukraines
But
against
didn't he
Russia.
get one or two of the guns or something that he had from the Ukraine?
It was he had an AK-47, so I'm thinking that's where he got it. But how did he get it over here? Who
That's
shipped
what.
it for him?
That's why I saw that question. So I thought it
Where
was
did he
from the
get that
Ukraine.
thing from?
And they
Where?
said his total worth, because it went up to see if he's entitled to a federal legal aid lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And he said his total worth was 2 cars he owned in Hawaii worth $1,000 a piece. So how'd he fly from Hawaii to here? How'd he
Mhm.
get a GoPro camera? How'd he get an AK-47 with a scope? And where did he get those backpacks with the armor plating that they use in bulletproof vests?
Oh, I didn't know
Thank
they had
you.
that.
Yeah.
Well, where
Yep,
did he get
that's
this
what was
money
in those
from?
backpacks.
Oh, for
Where
the
did
love
he
of-
get
Because
the
he
money
knew there
from,
was going to
guys?
be a shootout.
But
Hey,
where
man,
did
an
the 20-year-old
AK-47
get the
costs some
idea to
bucks.
go on a roof and shoot Trump? And why
How did he
in
sneak past?
Pennsylvania did they
So
pick?
the Secret Service. He's 20. There's no way he snuck
Exactly. The
past them.
Secret Service did this because how the hell did anybody know Trump was going to be on that golf course at that precise moment
And that
where
was
the
a
fucking
last
gun and
minute
backpacks were?
decision.
And the Secret Service did not inspect the perimeter of the golf course.
And or photographers have often
seeing
been
something
there
about that.
to film Trump on the golf course. So they knew it was a place easily accessed by the public.
That's right. They knew the Secret Service is in on this. Those guys at the top of the Secret Service should be fired. Now,
Every one of
they shouldn't be allowed to resign. They should be fired. That's what they should
That's
be.
why I love the fact that Governor DeSantis is taking over the
Yeah.
attempted
Yes.
murder
But-
Yeah.
An
charge.
independent, right? An independent. What do you call it?
This is wrong.
Inquiry.
I say the those at the top of the Secret Service and the FBI should be charged for attempted murder.
Yeah, they're investigating Trump. How can you allow them to lead this investigation?
You can't
When they
investigate.
were
The
in charge of the
investigators can't
attempted assassination.
It just doesn't make any sense. These people.
And
are
if you
fucking
notice,
smart.
the attempted assassinations were exactly 2 months and 2 days apart.
Right. Yeah.
I
so
heard
weird,
3,
huh?
but you hear a lot of nonsense. They didn't even know what hole he was playing on. He was putting on the 5th and going to the 6th. And the sniper nest was on the 6th on the tee. And I heard 3 different stories from the news.
Right.
And that's why I got to turn it off. I said, you can't even get that straight? I mean, how do you not get that straight?
Very good, yeah.
He was on his way to the 6th hole. And if that guy, Secret Service agent, didn't see the barrel, allegedly, poking through the fence and shoot at him,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, right between
a
the 2
civilian
bags,
took a picture of his
right
truck.
between the 2 knapsacks.
Yeah, but then a civilian took a picture of his truck, and he might
A
have got away.
civilian had to do it. A
Yeah.
civilian had to do it.
Yeah, no
Where
drones,
is the-
no people patrolling. And it's on, I don't know if you know what A1A. It goes directly from the top of Florida all the way down to the Florida Keys.
Yeah.
And it's a large street. It's also called Federal Highway. And it is so well traveled that who did not see this guy, and why they didn't say anything about a truck that was stolen, by the way, parked right by Trump's golf course on a busy road with no parking.
Yeah.
How
You're
did
asking all the
that?
right questions, but what are the answers?
This is called
ain't telling
election
us.
interference, is what this is called.
Is that what it's called? Or is it
I
called
think it
Trump
is.
wanting to wake everybody up?
Yeah, and them not wanting him to.
Listen, the best person that knows when Trump's going to play is Trump
Trump.
himself.
That's right.
Yeah, he didn't broadcast he was going golfing that night.
It all happened
Exactly.
an hour before.
Come on.
Mm.
They're trying to get rid of these people a different
How
way.
did the guy get on the golf course and was scoping it out for 12 hours? He was in that nest, and they didn't make the decision to go golfing until an hour before.
It's all planned. And they're doing
what's
it
the guy's
to
that
show
one?
you how
But-
easy it is to manipulate people. Sorry,
Right,
Helen. what?
because these people are saying that Trump is just all these attempted assassinations is just to make people feel sorry for Trump and vote
Yeah.
for him instead of Kamala.
And you would trust somebody to shoot you that close to the temple?
Yeah.
No. A 20-year-old? No.
I mean, this is the answer to Carolyn's question. Why do people believe stupid nonsense like that?
But
Because
then why
they're
did they
educated
shoot
and
him?
Look at the
uneducated.
comments.
Why did they shoot him and then destroy the body without
Oh,
letting anybody
gee.
see it? So there's that
This
too.
guy should have got away too, except for that citizen. So he's gonna hang himself in jail like Epstein.
Would have
under
got away too if it
24-hour
wasn't for that Trump supporter that got his license plate.
That's
Damn it. Would have got away.
He's gonna get Hillary
Oh,
in
man.
prison.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's all fucking wild, isn't it? It's wild.
It is crazy.
We are on a
Little
wild
too
ride.
wild.
Now I know why you say what you say in front of the FBI when you pass it.
Who's right?
Uh,
Who's right? Who's wrong? That's all
I
I can
gotta
see.
believe you, Joe.
Huh?
Or I gotta call you Rags on it.
There you go. That's my AKA. I didn't even realize I had an AKA, and there you go. I
Yeah,
have it.
she's Warrior Carol.
Yeah.
Helen doesn't have an AKA. I
Yeah.
certainly don't.
Yeah. You need one, Matt.
Nah.
But I
Yeah,
really
go
was a
with
clown, and
24
that's my
floors.
clown's name.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Where'd I go? I keep disappearing on this
No,
thing.
you're up at the top. You're on the side or wherever you are.
I'm on the bottom right on my screen.
Okay, mine's on the
Just
top.
dropped, and there's some spicy details already. Ryan Routh, very strange guy who's lived a very strange life. And this
Exactly.
time, the internet was wise and archived all of his socials as much as possible before the FBI took it all down. So here's some basics on what we know about him, and one really interesting rabbit hole about who he might be. Right off the bat, though, it's super
Only a
early.
few
This is
minutes.
all speculative. Take your time, pump the
CIA.
brakes. We're just digging through dirty
And I need
laundry. We
coffee.
don't know
Be
what's
right back.
Yes.
so this guy is a private American citizen who
Now, if you're looking at this picture, the one on the left,
Mhm.
doesn't that look like a woman's stance and not a guy?
It's what I
Yeah.
just showed you. That it's the other idiot. It's Eugene Carroll. I think that's who she is. It's the woman. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Makeup is fucking easy. They've developed some kind of poly skinnier skin stuff, and it just slips right on.
It just, God, it just, you know what? It never dawned on me until you guys just said
That's
that right
the point.
then. Right.
I
No,
said that when I
There's a
first
ton
saw
of
that
them.
holy
yesterday.
cow.
That's
And
a
I wouldn't
woman's
put it past
stance.
that bitch to do that shit too. She's so wicked and evil. I would
She wants her money that she ain't gonna get.
exactly. And I said it too. That woman ain't never
Yeah.
gonna see it.
No, you guys. Wait, can you watch the rest of this? It's
Yes,
like
ma'am.
I'm getting coffee anyhow. It's only a few minutes long, and you're gonna see the connections that this girl has, whatever the fuck it is.
traveled to Ukraine on his own dime, to help recruit civilian soldiers to fight for Ukraine and Afghan special forces. He was like recruiting on his Facebook page. Here's an archive of all of his tweets that look pretty damn automated to me. They pretty much all look like this. In a past life in Hawaii, he apparently ran this company that made a single tiny home and a single Facebook page and never did anything else with it. Super weird. But I grabbed everyone that he followed on Twitter before they deleted it. He only followed 60. And right down at the bottom of that list, which I think indicates his first follow, is this girl named Sue Kim, who is ex-CIA, along with some other very interesting things. Now, again, reminder, this is just speculation, digging through Twitter dirt. Maybe this chick is just a wonderful, patriotic person that's helping America. Who knows? But her account is private, meaning why does he follow her? I've been digging around, and one of my followers said that they found her in the people that follow him back. I have not been able to confirm that for myself because they took the account down. If you've got a video of the 1.2 thousand followers that followed him, that would be great to know. He says that she was at the bottom of his followed list, meaning that she followed him right when he made the account. That would make sense, seeing as she's at the bottom of his following list of who he follows too. I mean, every asset needs a handler. And when you go through some of these other affiliations here, you get what is essentially the CIA training grounds at Johns Hopkins University. It explores the relationship between politics and the many kinds of military power, from the use of terror by small non-state groups to the threatened use of nuclear weapons. Its director is John McLaughlin, who is literally an ex-acting director of the CIA and ex-deputy director of the CIA, 3-decade career at the CIA. David is third on the list of people at the top of this institution at the university. 30-year career in Army Special Forces, various special operations, invading various countries, as well as Operation Enduring Freedom. You get the idea. Anyways, Rand Corporation. That's a military industrial complex think tank, kind of like the Atlantic Council. And LMI org. Yeah, that's like a military industrial complex education and training program as well. Preliminary findings on the internet when you search our homeboy, the shooter, show his arrest record, including in 2002 possession of weapons of mass destruction, class F felony, along with 3 other blocks of things like possession of handguns or concealed weapons and driver's license stuff. And yeah, that sounds like some operative shit to me. But again, we don't know any of this yet. We're just digging through dirty laundry on the internet. It's hard to tell what's real. But this is a photo of the weapon he used and the setup he had. People are speculating it looks an awful lot like, you know, Russian Ukrainian class of rifle. He's doing these weird recruitment ops in Ukraine for civilians. Well, he's like posting on his Facebook all the time to like no followers about how he's recruiting hundreds of civilians to fight for Ukraine. Like, posting for like Afghan special forces to contact him so they can come fight in Ukraine. But he's like just a random citizen from Hawaii. And one of the 60 people he follows is this CIA gal that allegedly follows him back. That looks an awful lot like a handler or a contact. His account looks an awful lot like a bot or an MK Ultra or a Pato. Who knows what the hell this is? His criminal record looks an awful lot like what you might expect a kind of guy in this kind of line of work to leave behind. And then there's the weird video evidence getting turned up.
Officials in Kyiv simply aren't interested in recruiting them.
Ukraine is reluctant to be cooperative.
That's Ryan Ruth, a U.S. citizen who set up the International Volunteer Center in Ukraine to help connect foreigners to Ukrainian military units.
Now I'm talking to over 100 soldiers every day, and pretty much everybody, all of my contacts in Ukraine, they were adamant, pretty much yelled at me every time that I suggested that we bring in Afghans.
The Ukrainian government didn't respond to.
Is it done?
No.
Sounds like it, but it sounded like it was cut off in the middle.
Well, I just stopped it, Matt.
Well, there you go.
Because I came back from getting my coffee and I asked if it was done.
Hard to tell. I don't think so.
Well, it doesn't matter. Was it interesting? Do you want to watch the rest or no?
Yeah, it was pretty
It was
interesting.
interesting, sure.
Okay.
Or request
Oh my
for comment.
God.
But a source close to the officials in Kyiv told Semaphore that their top concern is the question of loyalty in the thick fog of war.
The biggest thing is spies. They're afraid that anybody and everybody is a Russian spy.
Shout out to some bitch I know on X, who currently has one of the best archives of all of his socials and accounts. There's a lot of other people doing good work right now. And again, I just want to clarify. I'm not trying to pretend like I've solved the case or like we know what's going on. We just have learned by now that the FBI is going to just cover everything up. And so it's up to us to try to dig everything out before they do. So that's what we're doing.
Okay.
And yes, it's ridiculous that that is even a set of sentences we have to say in America in 2024 when someone tries to kill the former and future president of the United States of America. And I mean, I can only imagine who might be backing up these operations to try to shoot him and who might be providing the intel and the access and the cover-ups, etc. So last thing I'll say, Ryan Routh, he's currently in custody. He was driving away in an SUV. They caught him. He's alive for now. And I just want to remind us all, Ryan Routh did not kill himself. If cameras malfunction outside of his cell, if he
All right. Thank you, my friend.
Now that's setting him up for an Epstein suicide.
Mm. Right? Freaking toilet paper suicide. No, 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 no. I don't believe it. Remember,
A toilet
No,
paper
they know.
suicide. I've never heard that one before.
it was on Unsolved Mysteries 40 years ago.
Who
I ain't kidding. I have
knows what they used for toilet paper back then? No.
right.
Wait a
Bed
minute.
sheets.
Dude, I
Right.
don't
The
remember it
cops
being
were
that
talking
strong.
It isn't. Go on, Helen.
The cops were talking to his son, who claims he hasn't seen his father in many years because they disagreed on a lot of things. but they both disagreed on one thing, that they both despised Trump.
Wait, they agreed on
And
that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The shooter or attempted shooter, whatever you want to call him, said that he voted for Trump, but he didn't like the way he was talking and acting, so he decided that he was going to take him out.
That's right. I did read that. Unreal. It just
Now, if this son knows about all this stuff, if he was estranged from his father for so many years, how come he gave up so much information about recent shit?
Good question. Good
He might
question.
not like him.
Right.
Why they were estranged for so many years.
Well, he never got into that, but he just said that they were estranged and he doesn't believe his father would do something like that. How the fuck do you know if you haven't seen or heard from him for years?
That is
I
too
mean,
true.
they are really trying to make us look so fucking stupid. Like this guy on his tape just said, on this video that just said this. We're the ones who have to find out what's going on and report it. And when you report it, what the fuck is done? Absolutely nothing.
And
Because
why?
they got to
What
keep
is the
their
media
asses covered
doing?
like a brand new Huggies diaper.
I could have sworn it was the media's job to investigate these things. They used to do that back in the day.
But the media is also told what to say and what to do.
Now
They only
they are.
cover they
Then they
only
weren't.
cover what they want to cover.
Absolutely.
And release only what the government wants them to release. They
And
never give you
it
all
wasn't
the
that way when
facts.
I was a child. But of course, that's the way it is now. You're talking 100% negative Trump coverage on ABC where they had the debate. You could call it a debate. It was a 3-on-1 street fight. And they got 7% positive stories about Trump. So why would you trust them?
It's
With
funny, they don't want to
anything?
put all this stuff out about Trump, but they put out his fake trials out there every day, blow by blow, minute by minute, fucking
They
recess
love
shit.
those trials. Ratings are everything.
And isn't it a coinky dinky that now the courts decided that they're not going to let Trump go back to court until after the election? What the fuck is up with that?
Coincidence, because they know they're all going to get their heads cut off when he gets elected president.
No, you're missing my point. The fake trials are going back after the election's over.
But if he wins, that's the reason.
Meanwhile, they're out there trying to make it look like
Well, they
he's
still don't
attempting
want him to
to
win.
assassinate himself and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, they still don't want him to win, but if
They're
they're covering
planning
their asses
something,
on both sides, that's why they're covered if the
and is
Kamala
it
wins,
true?
and they're covered if Trump wins.
Is it true that those two idiots that were doing the debate got fired from ABC?
No, they probably got a raise, even though it didn't even give a 1 point extra in the polls. He was flat out lying and never got called for it. Trump was telling the truth, and he got told that he lied 7 times. And everything was debunked, the points they brought up, calling Nazis nice people on both sides. He didn't say that. I mean, it's so obviously a fake because he added except National Socialists and Nazis and all these skinheads. He said, except for them.
Okay. Then why does Kamala want a second debate? because she knows she lost?
Yes. What person that wins wants another one? The boxing analogy is the best. The loser of the fight always asks for a rematch. Because she knows they're going to check the facts and that she was lying and he was not. So she knows she lost. Never
Yeah, well, she's
answered
gonna
one
put
question. Not one.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I'm just
and
listening.
all
I'm
her
enjoying
questions were put to her before the debate. She had time to fucking learn the script and act on it. And when she was caught saying something she wasn't supposed to, they cut her off and made Trump come back on. And then when he was rectifying the situation, they
They
fucking
cut
cut
him
his
off.
mouth.
Yeah.
Well, of course they lie. That's what they do. They're masters at the lie. Only
Yeah, that's the devil.
they're not really
Master of
masters because everybody
deception and
sees it.
lies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All it is lies. Everybody sees the lie. Yeah, everybody, you can't do anything about it. That's what I don't get. Do anything about their lies. Why? Why can't we do
We'll
anything
fight
about
the
their
losing
lies?
battle.
Making me nuts.
Should get penalized for telling an obvious, already rebuked and rebutted lie in a debate, a presidential debate. You should lose like 2 points in a boxing match.
Yeah, you have all these liberals in
Ding,
charge of
lie.
everything.
Hmm.
Screwed.
And it's funny how they chose ABC for the
He said,
Right.
debate.
listen, I'll debate you anywhere. And he made the deal with Biden, not with Harris.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Biden, he would have blew him away for a second time, but he didn't get a chance because he destroyed him the first time.
Well, he actually offered to debate Harris 3 times, and she declined at
Yeah,
Fox.
a
That was the
Fox
first
one.
one, so
Yeah.
that's a win for Trump. So she debated at this one. She cheated, and everything she said was a lie. Of course, we all know that. Everything she said has been debunked already, and it's
It was
all
debunked
something that we're doing.
months, if not years ago.
Exactly. So there you go. Second lie. She loses. So she
Hmm.
lost both of those debates. So Trump says, "Yeah, I won both debates, so there's not a third one. Screw you."
Depends on his mood. I like that
Yep.
stance. I might debate you. Depends on how I feel that day.
It's probably mostly true. That's the sad thing.
Yeah, and there's only what, 59 days left, I believe.
And I think it should be done with the fair moderators.
I don't think
They
they
want to
have
cheat,
any
let them
anymore.
cheat.
There's no
He
such an
was
animal, Joe.
he was stuck. Did you notice that Trump was stuck in the corner? It was all
Yeah.
dark and stuff, and he
Yeah,
was
look at
miserable.
how
He
they
was,
made him look.
yeah,
She had
Squashed
Hollywood
and angry.
lighting, and he
yeah,
didn't.
yeah. It was obvious.
Squashed and angry.
Right. Yeah. I kept seeing that, like, he's like, he had it in his face too. Like, what are these guys doing? But
And they were praying that he would be all New York and go up on Kamala, but he held his tongue.
Yeah.
To
He
oh
got a
stay
yeah,
out
they
little,
of
want
he
him
got a
to
little
crack.
rambunctious. Yeah.
They'd love for him to crack, right?
Yeah. And they want him to crack. They want him to crack. He's not going to crack.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
crack.
No,
Look
he's
what
not
he's
going to
been
crack.
through.
There's a ton of them, and none of them can crack.
They've been
And
attacking this man since 2015. And he hasn't
2015,
cracked yet.
9 years.
Yeah. He's an incredible man. I don't give a shit what anybody says. He's
did
a
anybody?
very incredible man. I don't like his running mate so
Yes,
much,
he is.
but I trust him.
Oh, I don't like him
I
at
trust
all.
Trump.
You can trust him because he was anti-Trump when he first became a senator.
No,
That
And then
that's
doesn't
when
not
he
mean
why.
saw
shit.
the
That
difference,
don't
No.
mean
he
he's
changed his
still not
mind.
anti-Trump.
No, you
Yeah, I
trust him
don't like
because
him at
trust
all.
because Trump
Nope.
does. Trust Trump.
No.
Not
I trust
really,
Trump.
because Trump
No.
made a lot of boo-boos in who he picked.
See,
Yeah.
I don't believe they're boo-boos, but yeah.
That was the administration in his first term because he wasn't a politician. He didn't know how backstabbing these people were.
Well, he does now, and he
Well,
knows
He
whose
does
back
still
was on
backs
certainly
a
now.
know
lot of
now.
people that he shouldn't. He still backs a lot of people that he shouldn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
But he's got to go for the best that they had that they're offering. They don't offer a lot of good candidates around the country.
No, they're not. You're right. I agree with
Yeah,
you.
they are horrible, some of them.
I agree with you, Matt.
And you got to back someone just to get the majority in the Senate and the House.
Right.
So you got to go for the one you think might have a chance to win.
And
Yeah,
he's got to
probably
get,
because
he's
he
young.
hasn't heard too much about Vance that he's so trusting of him.
He had probably good sources that he trusts in the government. He learned who he could trust and who he couldn't in the first term.
Okay, all right. Let's look
I
at
know for a
Pence.
fact.
And he's
Let's look
malleable.
Well,
Maybe he's
listen.
malleable.
Barr. Let's look at Barr. Let's
Hmm.
look at Pence. Let's
That
look
was
at
his
that.
first
What's that
term.
blonde bitch's name? What was
No,
her name?
no.
Pence was to expose.
He has he has his enemies close, and JD Vance is one of them. That guy's either an actor, and JD Vance is dead. JD Vance got involved with Ambrosia, which is a blood company, which is a transfusion company.
And
This
then
is
there's
a
that.
conspiracy. You can
Right.
Google it,
You're right, Carol.
okay?
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
a cleaner word
You're
It was
right.
for the A word.
adrenochrome.
Yeah.
Drinking the
Yeah.
fucking blood. Of course it is, because they all needed it.
Right.
So he's either gone, or they're
This is so
fucking.
deep, man. Damn.
There is no escaping it. That's
There's
why
no-
conspiracists know, because not only are they more awake, they're more on the wavelengths.
Yeah.
We know it.
Yeah.
I felt it right away. This guy is evil.
There's some bad stuff
Even if it's not
happening,
him.
man.
I mean, there's other people that show him, like your Trevor guy, Helen. We watch him sometimes too. Trevor Hansen. And
Yeah.
he'll show you what's up. Like, these people look too much alike, their mannerisms are too much alike, and he's not the only one. There's millions of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the two Spanish guys too. There's also another guy, two black guys that come on. What the hell's the name of their page?
The Hodge twins.
No.
I like those
Not the
dudes.
Hodge twins.
I
love
kind
them.
of like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
They're good people.
Yeah.
I think I sent you one of the videos yesterday, Carolyn. I don't know, but you didn't get a chance to look at them.
No, I really didn't. Let me
Yeah, I
see.
sent you a lot of stuff.
You always do, Mama Helen. I love this stuff. I love when people send me stuff. Can look all day long.
Fair Media. Did you ever watch Fair Media?
I have no.
Okay, these are two Christian guys. And they're a lot like that Henson guy.
Yeah.
They show you a lot of stuff, what's going on. I sent you one video, and when you watch it,
I'm
you'll
looking
see.
right now. Okay, I have Facebook. Presidential scorecard. Oh, come on. Why is this? It's not syncing. Stupid. What? We had that trouble yesterday, Joe.
How did we?
Okay, there's. What am I looking for, Mama? Oh, Fair Media. Okay. Let us get this up. See what this is. Take a break from talking. See what this is. Well, you guys are doing good.
Assassination attempt on Trump. But as I was looking at it and really putting some thought into it, I came up with a couple of things that I don't think people really gonna cover and realize. I know everybody already talking about all the details. He made it within 400 or 500 feet of Trump, and he had an AK and all this different stuff, and dude had a record. Secret Service spotted him, took shots at him, called the police, the local authorities or whatever, and keep that in mind. I'm gonna get back to the local authorities. And then somebody, a witness, which of course they're not gonna reveal who that is, came to the police and said, hey, he was in a black Nissan or whatever. They caught him, they got him, he's in custody. That's the basics of that, right? So now, of course, the FBI is going to investigate this because it was an attempt on the former president. And DeSantis has came forward and he did the right thing. He said, hey, look, I'm doing my own investigation. Now, this is what DeSantis is supposed to do, and this is what we want to see DeSantis do because we want to know the real deal. And why is that important? That's important because we think, obviously, a lot of us think that the FBI may be involved and the government is plotting to kill Trump for whatever reason, and you can dance around with that all you want to. Now, the people on the left are going to say, I guarantee you, trust me when I tell you, this is what they finna say. Oh, Trump set that up. He want to make it look bad. He want people to vote for him. That's his way of getting sympathy and getting votes and all this different stuff. I'm telling you now, definitely gonna say that Trump plotted this, of course, right? So let's not get into both sides of what they're gonna say, because that's really irrelevant to me at this point anyway. But the thing is about this investigation, what a lot of people might not know is that the FBI typically, now we're talking about typically, does not stop the state level or the local authorities from investigating a crime, even though they're investigating it too. And he can be double charged. A lot of people don't know that either. They can charge him in the federal, and they can also charge him in the state. Okay, but in order for the state to charge him, there has to be a different. They got to do their own investigation. Now, in this case, the feds can say, all right, hey, y'all cannot investigate this and back off. Why? Because sensitive information, things he may say, they can make up anything, because once they say it that is sensitive, then they don't really have to give you too much of an explanation of what's sensitive, because that would defeat the whole purpose. So they can make them back up. Now, what is the relevance to this? Here's the relevance. If they do that, we almost 100% for sure know that somebody is involved in a government that shouldn't be, because what they can do is they can say, we want to back y'all off, but now at some point, according to the law, they have to give them access and give them information, you know what I'm saying, that they gain from the investigation. But they can prolong it and prolong it and prolong it for so long, even for years, if it's sensitive information. And then that way, the state level will never know, and DeSantis will be in the dark about it, and his crew, they won't know nothing. Now, what does that mean if that happened? It's almost clear that the FBI and the Secret Service or whoever is involved. Because I believe that if they do that, and we probably see, I mean, if it haven't came up by now, but we'll see if they do, I think that is gonna really raise some eyebrows. But that's what I'm pretty sure they're gonna do. And they also are gonna blame all this on Trump somehow, and then say dude was a Republican and all this stuff. You'll see. But this is crazy. Let's pay attention and see what happened. Peace. We out here.
Okay, another thing. Yesterday I was watching on Channel 7 News, ABC. They brought up to the podium all the security guys, the FBI guys, and so on and so forth. Now, when it came time to the question and answer part, ABC fucked up big time, because these questions were asked and answered before the what do you call that when they go on the podium and speak?
For the
Before
debate?
the debate?
The conference.
Oh, the conference.
Because you could see these reporters, they were talking, and it was like you yesterday, Joe, we were laughing hysterical when Carolyn said you look like you were like from one of those Japan movies where the mouth is moving and saying something different.
Yeah.
That was cute.
I love
Even
it.
that was fake. Even that news brief was fake.
Well, it's not uncommon for them to be briefed, but to be briefed by the people that are going to host the debate, the moderators, that's not cool. I don't understand why we need moderate. Just let them fucking free speak against
No,
each
I'm
other.
not talking about the moderators. I'm talking about the conference that they had at 4 o'clock about the
Oh.
shooter. Okay?
Oh, I'm
The
sorry.
questions were asked before, and when they showed you them talking to the reporters, you could see it was taped, so it was not live.
Oh, I gotcha.
Like a
They're
Biden or
fucking
Harris
with
interview.
your minds.
Right.
Needs to be edited before it's shown to the
Because
public.
it was
Look
like
at
watching
such
a fucking Godzilla movie. You know when the
Right.
Chinese are talking, I don't agree with it.
Yes. It
And you
was
don't
out of
understand what
sync.
they're
It was out of
saying, but their
sync.
mouth is not exactly.
Joe,
Yes,
Joe,
ma'am. Yes,
tell them
ma'am.
what kept happening yesterday. That you had to keep signing into Google and signing into Google.
Oh my God. No, I
Your
couldn't
sync.
sync.
No. Your sync kept
Was
pausing.
out.
How strange is
Kept
that?
pausing.
I mean,
It kept pausing every
for
time we turn around.
hours until we figured out things. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's still
Glenn,
doing
I
it.
was sleeping at that time. I heard about it from plenty of people, including Caro and Rags over there.
Yeah.
But I thankfully slept through the whole thing, so I missed it all.
It's good to miss
no problem.
certain things.
It's a good thing to miss.
Is this important? What is this?
What is she?
I don't know. This is one of Mama Helen's.
Have you ever wondered how a woman with a room temperature IQ and a laugh that could deflate a kielbasa became the Democratic nominee? Well, you're in luck, because tonight, on this special episode of How She Made, we're taking a closer look at the making of Hawk 2Ah Harris.
And spit on that thing.
Hawk 2Ah Harris's career is wholly reliant upon diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Like many other politicians, this cackling idiot hasn't ever fulfilled any of her campaign promises. But Camel Toe has a few distinct advantages over ordinary politicians. With her diverse background and a special skill known as Hawk 2Ah Hing, Kamala has managed to climb all the way to the top of the greasy scrotum pole in Washington, D.C. Despite having approval ratings even lower than her IQ, this cackling diversity hire now stands poised to become the leader of the free world. President Potato Head's decision to choose Camel Toe as his running mate was obviously based on race and rather than qualifications. But now, the Democrats are simply stuck with this laughing hyena. Any attempt to ditch Camel Toe would be met with allegations of racism and sexism. And that's how you make a Hawk 2Ah Harris. Stay tuned for more intriguing stories on How She Made.
Oh my God. That reminds me of something we do, Joe.
I know, right?
I don't
That's
know. I got
That was pretty
competition.
good. That was pretty good. Gotta
It was.
admit, that was
I
pretty good.
rather compare the IQ to the shoe size, not the room temperature.
Yeah.
It's
That works
much more
too.
accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
agree
got
with
a
that.
fucking IQ with the same as a fucking ice cube.
Right. There's no way she was talking properly at that debate. She has never talked that properly.
Oh wow, I am behind.
She has never been able to speak that properly. You know what I
5
mean?
days of brainwashing and learning
Yeah,
and
bullshit.
repeating it over.
I'm learning how to hear through
You
the
notice
fucking
her
earplugs.
next 3 speeches were the same exact speeches to a different crowd.
Yeah.
I grew up a middle
Oh
class
yeah.
class.
She has.
Jesus
Oh my.
Christ.
Oh my God.
There
Oh
you
my.
go.
Two specific things you're gonna do to fix the economy. I grew up a middle class child. What the hell kind of answer is that?
Well, look at who his mother was. Oh my God, that's hysterical, Mama Helen. How did I miss that?
I captioned that the boys going for a walk.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's true. Little boys.
She got a microphone on the lapel right there.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned that before. That was a good catch. I mean, look at that neck. That's not. Now, if it was a mess, they would have fixed it.
The
Why
listening
wouldn't they have
device.
fixed that?
They probably did it at the last minute before she went on. Or
She's had it
whatever the fuck.
before, so every time, every single time.
It's part of the mask.
No, that's a freaking gill.
Maybe
Yeah,
she
it's like-
just has gills. You ever think of that?
How
How
Bet
come
she
there's
does.
only one? Why is there only one?
maybe it had battle.
Because she only
The other
has to
gill
have
was
one
This
cut
gill.
is
off.
just a fucking ill-fitting fucking mask.
They only
doesn't-
need one gill. That's it, man. She probably fucking donated it to somebody else. Fuck,
Well,
who
they
knows?
usually have
Kamala
6.
Harris, vice president, my
Yeah.
ass.
Maybe she's one of those tilapia ones.
See, where is it here? There's no gill there. So why all of a sudden does she have a gill? Whatever you want to call it. Look, I'm positive there are other creatures on this earth. Whatever you want to call them, I don't care. There's other creatures.
Think
And
she's
she,
compromised? Hmm.
well,
It's not
maybe.
there. That's an older one. Have to find older picture of her older. Yeah.
She's still got a huge effing neck. And look, it's covered up here. Look at this.
Square chin.
Look at that. That's a man. So
I'll
where's
And
kick
the
as much
your
as that
ass.
wig tries to
I'll
make her
kick
head
your
look
ass.
oval,
but where is it there? These are newer.
We gotta ask Doug what's really going on down there.
Sure.
All
do
I
you
remember is
remember
when
also, Carolyn, a couple of
Mm.
years ago when news about Big Mike came out? Nobody
Right.
wanted to believe he was a guy.
Right.
Look at her now. One of the things that we were talking about, I don't know if you remember, was a circumference of the
Look at
head
that neck.
and the
Yes.
shoulders, between the head and the
That's right.
shoulders.
That's right.
That's a fucking guy.
Yes.
Women's shoulders are closer to their neck.
That's correct. You can only fit you should be able to fit a woman's head only once on either side of their shoulder as a good average way to do it. So if you took off like Kamala's head and put it on one shoulder, she should be able to fit it twice on one shoulder.
She could be a three-headed monster.
She'd look better then. More honest.
Shut the fuck up.
Three heads are better than one.
That should be a new slogan, a campaign slogan.
Right? Oh my.
And her chin to the top of her breastbone is also too short for a woman.
She's a real stocky bitch.
The jawline is male.
It's
Now
not
she still has a square chin, but she may have had it reduced with surgery. She must have had some of that shaved off.
maybe.
And why the Hillary pantsuits all of a sudden?
What all of a sudden? That's all she ever
Yeah, that's
wore,
always how she
except for
dresses.
when she was looking for Montel Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, she wore dresses back in the day with Willie Brown and Montel Williams and the rest.
Exactly.
It's always in a dress.
But not now.
Figure out what I'm looking up here. Where is it?
Look at her hands.
This isn't Kamala. This is the one that did the debate
Right.
that moderated. Here, look.
Moderator.
Why? Look at those shoulder pads. So when you had them side by side, they looked almost even. I mean, when you had Lindsay
She's got the
here,
same size fucking shoulders as what's his face? Muir.
as Kamala, there was a split screen with her and Kamala where she's like this and they're both the same size.
Look at them fucking shoulders. She ain't no guy, no woman.
I those are shoulder pads. So they're supposed to be. I don't know. You're right. She don't look too feminine to me. That head is big. She's not very pretty, actually, is she?
Most guys that dress as women aren't.
Right?
No,
Well,
no, they're not.
I'd have to look at her more. I gotta look at her
you know,
more.
she's got the same hairstyle, same widow's peak as Kamala.
Yeah. She's a year. I thought she was in her like early 30s, but she's only a year younger than I. She's like 46. She's born in October. I'll get you. Come at me. Come on, girl. I'm trying to find the one with her and Kamala Harris. Harris and the Kamala.
Kamali, yeah.
Look at,
Camel toes.
see now, she doesn't look like she has shoulder pads on, and she's the same size as she is. It's bizarre. Something very bizarre about all this. And why does she have a microphone there? I mean, she's got a microphone.
She's
Right.
got a
On the
microphone
podium.
on, so the people that were not in the audience can hear her. And she's also got a microphone in those earrings
Yeah. Yeah.
where she was fed what to say and pulled a Joe and fucked up.
But that would be a speaker, not a microphone. Then.
Right.
The earphones. The
What would be a
earrings are.
speaker?
Well,
The
if she's
earrings are
what to do,
microphones.
it has to be a speaker in her ear.
No, the earrings are speakers, and
Right.
the lapel thing is a microphone.
Right.
Because look, right in front of Trump, right there. Look at right on the podium. They had the mics.
Right. So why does she have one there? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's weird.
Trump don't have one.
Right.
Well, that's because we don't cheat. You know, there's
Yeah,
always that.
Well,
better
of
start
course.
either stopping them from doing or doing ourselves.
Right.
What we should do is have a debate and have regular fucking citizens be the fucking moderator, asking the questions.
Yeah, but who gets to
Hell
pick
yeah.
the citizens?
But nobody's smart enough to think these things up. Because
No,
let me
they
tell you
are.
something.
Well, that's supposed to be how it is supposed to be that way. But they took it from us. That's the problem. They stole our rights.
Mhm.
That's
I
why
mean,
Trump
they
likes
work
to
for
town
us.
halls with the people in the community, and he takes questions from them. You never see Kamala doing that because she can't answer a question regardless of where she is. Even when she's given
Without
the answer,
cackling like
she
a
can't
hyena.
answer a question.
Now look at Trump's shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And then go back and look at the other bitch.
All right. All right. We know.
You know who has humongous shoulders? Reagan.
Really?
Yeah.
Not
That's
anymore.
basically what
But
Reagan looked like.
See, this is. I want to know when this was. Like, this doesn't make sense to me. Some of no, never mind. I don't want to. They don't look alike to me. Sorry, guys. There's like three of them in a bunch of these. But you want me to look up Reagan?
I don't care. You could.
Did he have really big, did he have big shoulders?
I
Oh yeah.
always thought he did.
My first presidential vote when I was 20.
Oh, really? Wow, you got to vote for Reagan. That's cool.
And my second vote when I was 24. And I had my voter registration since 1978 when I was 18, but it was local and nonsense, elections. I think I got to pick a dog catcher,
Hmm. Did
couple
you
of
see?
city councilmen.
I'm sorry. Did you guys see what I typed in?
No.
I actually got to go to another page to look at that because I'm on the phone, not a computer.
Michael.
Michael Obama. And look at what came up. See, Google was down for an hour the other night. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that this is what happened, but there is a reason it happened.
Yep, 2 men.
Where the fuck are they? Like, where are
Check
they? Where is
that.
this?
Kenya.
Right? Oh, dear Lord. She's big.
She's gonna kick your
Did you
ass.
find her men's club, hair club card?
Oh, um, it's actually so. Look at this shit. There's something. Look at that.
Look at the fucking
No,
mitts on them.
no, that's a dude. And you see how it stands to make it looks
Yeah,
like it has hips, right? But it doesn't have hips because it's a man.
yeah. And the
Yeah.
arms, the length of the arms goes
Oh
past,
yeah,
that's
they're to her
another
knees.
telltale sign of a guy.
Yes.
Women's arms don't go as far down towards
No.
towards the hip. I think
Her,
they kind of like end at the hip.
our hands aren't that big. Okay, let me see if I remember. Yeah, okay. I thought I'd bring this up to you guys. See, Celine Dion is what I call a dark princess, and here is a good example why. This is her clothing line. Okay, let's see what this says. You could type it in yourself. Celine Dion Nunu, I think it was. I think that's the name of it. It seems to have worked. What do their shirts say?
New order.
Does that look
Mhm.
like a triangle back there?
Yep.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, what's
Why does she
this?
have the red cross? Why do they have the cross?
Right. Oh no, there's worse. Wait, it gets worse. I'm positive. I remember, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, the baby ones. Here they go.
Well, those are
There we
awful.
go. Yeah, this is a baby one, he made it through not getting killed. Lucky, lucky. Another
Which
skull.
means it's going to change its gender.
Could be. Absolutely.
Terrible.
Because if you remember correctly, in the beginning of that video, all the little boys were dressed in blue in one side of the room, and the little girls were all dressed in pink until she walked in there and threw that fucking devil dust around. And then they were all dressed in black and white.
Oh my God.
I don't like
But
how
you want
she's
to know
using the red
something?
cross.
Okay, now
You want to know something?
star freaks me out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She got paid back. You know what? Yeah, look at the horns on the hat on the baby.
I would never buy something like that for my kid. Not ever.
Wait, I know it's where I know I've seen the onesies.
Nope.
Go on,
The
Helen.
devil took back what he gave her. She was on stage in Vegas and she couldn't hit those notes. So the devil cashed in. She sold her soul for that voice. And now the devil said, "You fucked up. and I'm taking it back. And she
Mhm.
can't hold the fucking note if it had a fucking handle on it.
Hmm.
I think she's dead. I mean, she was not coming back from that adrenochrome. Look at this, the eye thing, right?
And you
And
know
then
what
remember,
else? They're trying to say it's something called stiff person syndrome. Never heard of it in my fucking life.
oh, they
But
always create something new.
I did hear of Kuru because that's what Hildebeest croaked from.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, Kuru, yeah, that's what Kuru is when they have involuntary movements, and we saw Hillary do that a lot.
We
You know,
did.
she would
We
laugh
did.
or
Yeah, you're right. Or
yeah.
say,
So
"Ee," like that. Yeah, I remember that.
Kuru is what happens after being a cannibalist for a while. You get a
And that's
disease.
what this bitch is.
Yeah. I mean, look, and remember I mentioned the spiral the other day? What's on the top right of that picture? The spiral.
The spiral.
Right, it must be backwards because the spiral is supposed to be the fingerprint of God. So it must be
Yeah.
backwards for them to do. I mean, look at
Yeah, the
this
one
new.
that goes down yeah, I remember.
See now, if they're not trying to wake you up, because no idiot, I don't care what kind of cabal she is, will go out and do this intentionally. I mean, why? I mean, this they thought was a secret and was so artistic that nobody would ever realize it. I mean, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that?
Terrible.
That's the one eye Illuminati shit.
Yeah,
Look at this
Everybody in
shit.
Hollywood
Yeah.
does that. They cover one eye with something or their hand.
Yeah, they know. They know. People know. If they're watching the show, they know by now. But what the hell is that? Not faring well with exorcists because exorcists wants them gone. What a freak of fucking nature. I'm sorry. What is this shit? You poor kids. You poor, poor kids. Hopefully you're out of there in time. I just wanted to show you. This isn't fake shit.
And the one that
This,
introduced her to all this was that fucking guy that was old enough to be
yeah,
her fucking father.
right. Her producer and shit. I think producer, right? Like agent or something. Well, that's enough of that. I mean, I've had enough. That just gets to me looking at that crap. So,
Yeah, it
Hmm.
makes your stomach churn.
yeah,
Freaky
pretty much.
Friday stuff.
There's a lot more to it. The stars, now, the houses around here have stars like that.
Hmm.
And I've asked a few people what it meant, and nobody seemed to have given me the same answer. I'm really believing that it's part of this stupid religion. And I mean it. They're like these big bronze looking stars, like you were just, and they're on the housing. Nobody's giving me a direct answer. I've heard it meant peace and hope and prosperity, or it
Is
was
I
colonial
wonder,
times, or,
is one point straight down?
you know,
We should investigate that. Look at the stars.
well, it matters which way they put it, doesn't it?
Yes, it is.
So,
Interesting.
but why? Like I have pictures of it. I have video of it. I gotta go through
Mhm.
it. Actually, I originally started taking video for you, Joe, just to see how the country is, and then
Mhm.
I realized that, oh yeah, I want to get the houses with the stars, but they're not all over. They're separate around here. It's just bizarre.
I missed that whole thing. I had a phone call. I gotta go for a minute. I'll be right back.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna end it anyhow. It's
Yeah.
time for
All
us to
right.
go. Yeah. We'll talk again later, or you guys can come back on Zoom. That's fine too.
Absolutely.
All right.
We had a long discussion. I think you guys got a lot of good points out.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was fun.
I'm always
It was
surprised with
fun.
everybody's knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Thank you,
enjoyable.
guys.
Yeah.
We tried.
Ciao.
Yes. Thanks for stopping in. Love you all. Peace out. Peace.